express that and explore that is because of how dangerous and how like harmful homophobia is within male communities, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you go out and kiss a guy, you might get fucking jumped, right? Like if you kiss a guy on the street. Now this isn't to say it's
Yeah, because I know it gave you. I tell people when you go to these conventions, it gives you confirmation of how far you have grown in your career.
Yes.
And also, I'm pretty sure you had a bunch of the top talent that you haven't shot with say, "We seen your video."
Yes. I've had people who come up to can make money off of it.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, let's just keep it 100. The girls nowadays don't give a fuck about the money; they want to go viral.
Well,
People
I mean,
wanna
people
date.
want to go.
So it's kind of like a lot of the girls that don't show their face with the feet, it ain't because they make more money with the feet, back to where you're not doing the content how you shooting content, but you're not shooting with everybody got their mama. Now it done kind of, the circle done closed up a little bit to make yourself. I'm just gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck what y'all think. This woman here gonna make me a pansexual. I swear to God. I was looking at your picture today. I said, God, she just gets sexy and sexy.
I'm the cheat code, you know, much like men used to gloat about aging like fine wine. I'm kind of the cheat code because I transitioned, so I kind of have that genetics already there, and I'm one stubborn fucking cunt. So I am always working on myself getting better.
Oh my God, you just look freaking amazing. Yes.
About
what you red pill fuckers say, sexy is sexy.
So. I'm growing into the body now, you know. There was a lot of the elder trans women that have been doing this for decades have told me that I kind of rushed into things a little bit too fast when I got my surgeries, and they were right. But as I mentioned, I'm stubborn. It took me about a good 2 to 3 years to finally be right here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there was a leg breaking moment about 2 years ago, I think, now at this point. But let's hopefully make sure that never happens again. I'll just knock on wood.
Oh, it won't happen again. I believe you're going to stay healthy and remain healthy. And
of course, the ring too.
Oh, say no more. And of course, you know she's a wrestler. Because you know I got my wrestling podcast, so you know I'm gonna have to bring you on a couple of times so we can talk wrestling.
Of course, I'd love to.
Yeah. It's me about that because I saw one of my favorite wrestlers, Giselle Shaw. She is now in the NWA, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed because so we can have our first transgender NWA women's champion. Because
that would be something for sure. We definitely need it. I feel like slowly, but I would, again, I'm impatient. I would wish that it would be a little bit more faster, but I feel like things are getting a little bit better for sure.
Oh yeah, because people forget, because people didn't realize the history that AEW made when Nyla Rose became women's champion. You know,
that was a bigger deal than people like to give credit to, and like they just I just hope that everything's okay behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen my girl in a while on ROH even, and I'm just hoping that she's doing okay and doing her thing.
But no, I think because she transitioned and her body's getting different. I've seen what she's turning into. She's no longer the native beast. She's the native feast. She looking good as shit.
Oh no, I'm familiar. Me and Nyla are on a first name basis because the trans community is kind of small.
She is. Well, if you talk to her, tell her I have a crush. From day one out this piece. So, and we're gonna start here because I've been talking to a lot of female talent. This is the year of transgender porn, and it has become very popular. And a lot of women, as well as men, are now filming a lot. And tell me your thoughts on that.
I'm happy for it, but I feel like it could always be better. I'm not going to necessarily name studios,
Yeah.
but I just because I don't want to ruin my chances of ever working with them. However, I will say that it's still a little bit gatekeepy. It's still a little bit tokenisque, where it's just
Yeah.
like they'll occasionally just maybe film one or two top performers, and I won't say who, but we can
Mm.
all kind of assume and connect the dots just who those are. And those are the people that generally soak up all of the awards. And I'm just waiting for my opportunity to just make a wrestling euphemism. Like,
Mm.
even when I was injured, I was still showing up. I kind of think of myself like a trans version of the Miz because
Yeah.
I'm there. You call me, I am there. And that fucker basically got his shot because he was there when
Always
everybody
there.
else was dropping. And I'm just waiting. I'm not the most patient person, but I feel like it's only a matter of time.
So with that being said, smokers, it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. Cabanova Southern Champ, aka the Rap Star. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com / Rap Star. This is first up, magazine.com. Next up, RussiaRocker.com. After that, Pass That Apparel. Please refer a link. They on T Public. Great t-shirts. You feel me? Also, the best kind of smoke you need, smokekind.com. The king of THCA mailed to your door. Use the referral link. And last but not least, she's the queen of porn. She's also the queen of CBD. She's got a pain, stress, relief line of CBD product that you're going to love. I'm talking about Sarah J's. CBD.com. Please use the promo code POBBIE to get 10% off your next order. Family. Also, you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings. So when you get your coffee and you wake and bake on at fullswatradio.com, as well as sgpradio.com, as well as skyhawk.tv.com. As I just mentioned, don't forget about my pro wrestling podcast, where I give you that pro wrestling punditry with that real smoke. I'm talking about none other than pro wrestling smoke, where I talk WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, NWA, and my favorite pro wrestling company. All black, baby, all African American. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe Wrestling. Please check them out on YouTube. Trust me. I'm not telling you to watch it because it's black. I'm telling you to watch it because it's fucking good. You feel me? So with that being said, y'all seen this lady. Y'all seen her transformation. Y'all even saw her in the premium smoke room with her beautiful, beautiful wifey, Venus Sunshine. She is a legend in this business, one of the sexiest transgender female performers in the goddamn game. I told you, sometimes I wonder when I look at her and my dick get hard and I'm pansexual. I'm talking about none other than the one that, yeah, got you boys standing up like a castle. Jaymee Castles, say hello to the smokers again.
Hello, everybody. Jaymee Castles here. That's a hell of an introduction. I love that.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to look at you and talk to you. And I'm gonna ask you this: can new companies come in and into the transgender world? Because when you were saying about the other companies, because these are established, they've been around, how many new companies come in and make noise?
So there is the occasional new companies that get started, but I generally never feel like they tend to take off because they either don't have the capital or the initiative and drive to keep on going, or just the connections to keep on going. Um, and it's a bit of a shame. I kind of wish that there was more players in the game so that people could actually diversify and shoot more. I generally am the type of performer that enjoys
Mm,
trying new things and challenging myself as much as
mm,
I can. So even if it is just a ground up operation studio, I kind of like to be there and just to see how they're doing things different, help out, and put my own little just bit of it in there and go from there. But um, it varies in regards to the opportunities available because you kind of want to be in those general hubs,
Yeah.
like Vegas and LA. And coming up right now, the Pacific Northwest, there's actually a lot of people that are moving up to that particular area
Yeah, I'm
right now
starting to see that
in
too.
Seattle. Oh yeah, and I would recommend to anybody that has any interest, particularly getting started in this industry, specifically on the trans side, you kind of want to live in those areas, or you're gonna just be expected to work twice as hard for maybe half of the results, which kind
Yeah,
of
because
is
I know,
where I'm at.
like, on the straight side, a company can come in and get to the mid level. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to like Red Bottom Productions, Blush, of
Oh
course,
yeah,
be nominated AVN. They seem like on the, and maybe even on the gay side, you know what I'm saying? The gay, just straight up gay. Is it harder on the trans side for that to be the
I feel like
case?
in my honest opinion, it is easier on the gay side because um, let's talk analytics. Like the majority of the customers are going to be male, and when you're working in the gay industry, about 90% to 99% of your clientele is all going to be male, so they're all going to be into that and focused in on that. So that's why they generally tend to get a lot of profit, and you tend to see a lot of male performers go gay for pay for that very reason because it's very lucrative. Unfortunately, on the trans side of things, I'm in a niche category in this box where people find it to be a bit of a fetish still, even to this day, and they kind of don't want to acclimate and give us a shot to be those normal stars, because this is where I will say names.
Keep
Performers like
talking, keep
Ashley
talking.
Kate, Ariel Demure, and Brittany Cade, those girls deserve to be on anything, regardless as to whether it's trans only or straight only. They kill it. And I'm hoping that I can be in that particular situation as well soon. I
Mhm.
just gotta keep at it and just kind of keep that same positive attitude and work ethic going,
Mhm.
because things have been going great, but I have noticed that people that tend to lose their cool,
Yeah.
or tend to be problematic for whatever reason, they squander their opportunities. It's just it's unfortunate, but it's just kind of the way that it is sometimes. Where if you don't cause any problems or raise any
Mhm.
arguments, you tend to move along the industry a little bit more easier if you're not problematic to a degree.
Yeah,
But
because it seemed like to me because it's like one transgender porn is now becoming extremely popular.
oh, I would argue that
Yeah,
it's
I
almost
mean,
breaking into
damn near
mainstream.
probably some of the most searched shit
Oh yeah.
on the web.
Not only that, but it doesn't help that unfortunately we're a big talking point in our country. So inevitably the conversation has to come up of like, what about our bathrooms? What about our kids' sports? And there we talk
You know
into
what
the
I
trans
think? You know what I
situation.
think? I'm just gonna say it. I'm about to piss off all you bastards. You conservatives are the biggest freaks, but yet the most judgmental. Majority of you conservatives want to fuck a transgender. Actually, probably fucking a transgender. You just don't want to tell nobody.
And the fact of the matter is, most of us, if not all of us, tend to escort. So we have a lot of those inbox requests from athletes, from musicians, from celebrities of all sorts, from politicians, and just everybody of that nature that are reaching out to try to book us for a night.
Because they want to try the pussy.
Yeah, either that or they want to
but,
bend over for me.
but see, it's like this, though. What does it say about America? Because I don't know how it is necessarily in Europe, okay? But what does it say about Americans that we'll watch the fuck out of transgender porn, but will not claim that we will fuck one?
Pretty much. And that's kind of the funny thing, too. I mean, everybody in my family knows what I do. Now,
Mm.
I don't ask them if they watch my stuff because I don't want to find out. But what they do ask me is, "Hey, Jaymee, can you hook me up with one of your trans friends?" I'm like, "Oh, good God, no, you're on your own. I'm not going to facilitate or be your wingman for that." But yeah, everybody kind of wants to try that forbidden fruit or that thing that's been so taboo and niche, but publicly they're not going to tell their friends out loud like, yeah, I want to go fuck that trans girl, or I want that trans girl to fuck me, or I want to suck her dick. They're still not going to be very open to that. Hell, not many people are even open to saying that they eat their girl's pussy. So that's always been a thing.
Now, I noticed, okay, is it safe to say on the mainstream side, they treat transgender porn as the dirty secret, the dirty porn that the man want to watch but don't want to talk about, versus I noticed on the content trade, independent content creator, whatever you want to call it, there's no shame in the game now. Do I get the right analysis about that?
Yeah, pretty much, because there is one side of the trans porn that I feel like people get into it for a little bit more of a different reason. Like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the sissy side of things, where people get into the forced feminization aspect of it, where your 9-to-5 blue collar plumber is wanting to be forced feminized and dressed up like a girl, and oh my god, that would be so degrading. Let me go watch this trans girl because that's kind of the same thing that I want to do, but not really. That's just what they label a lot of our porn as, I've noticed, from a lot of websites that steal our porn. But that's one side of the trans porn umbrella that I feel. And then there's the mainstream side of it and the indie side of it, where it's just creators like myself that just like to work with anybody, whether it's a cis women or cis men or trans whatever, and studios, what have you. And I just fucking love it all. But I just tend to stick away from the problematic stuff. Like, you'll never see me label my stuff where it's too potentially problematic. Like, you'll never see Jaymee takes a BBC, or Jaymee does whatever race play, or Jaymee turns into a sissy. That's just not my market. I'm sure for whatever people that want to do it or seek it out, but that's honestly not the majority of trans performers of why we got into this. We want to be more on the normal mainstream side of it.
So now, because I know probably at the AVNs, how many women is trying to get a hold of you now? I know a lot of women probably want to shoot with you.
The calls, my inbox has been definitely lighting up quite a bit this year, especially once they saw me after that hiatus in the new body.
Oh my God! And two, I ain't gonna front. I like to see Billy work with you, Billy Pilgrim. You should call her. Billy Pilgrim. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're blowing up your.
I'm sorry because I live vicariously. Cause no, it's funny because I tell people I'm dead serious about this. There's only one color of the rainbow of the community that will get me, and it's I don't want to mess it up because I don't want to piss people off, but they have both.
Okay.
They have a dick in the pussy. You got me. Yes, I will be sucking dick that night. It will not be shame.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I like to be what I call people's gateway drug into that. Yeah. And that's generally been the case for a lot of people in my area. And like, I've slowly realized that I'm kind of the it girl of porn here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because everybody else tends to move to other parts of the country. So trans or not, like, that's me over here. So at least if people want to mingle and meet me at the local bars, or just actually I don't know, just
but I mean, but to keep it 100, it's you're a beautiful woman, period. Hands down.
Yeah, that, and also I tend to be very blunt, which helps out a lot.
You was pretty before let me say something to you. She was pretty throughout. Go look back. I implore you, go look back at the first episodes. I'm like, damn. And then let's talk about AVN. What was the reaction when they saw her?
Well, I was approached by a couple of people that I haven't been approached by in my entire time in the industry, so that was nice to kind of actually see those opportunities and doors open. I was signing right next to the Evil Angel booth this time around, so that
Yeah.
was really cool.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah, my
surprised.
girlfriend. Yeah, I know. That was pretty awesome. I was just right there next to Aubrey Cade and her husband, and the amazing up and coming Silas Stone, who's an incredible male performer, and also Aiden Starr, who, fingers crossed, you might be able to hopefully get me some work there with them. We'll see. I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Oh,
But
I'm
hopefully
already.
that happens.
I see you going to Europe. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm on by this summer. I'm here talking about something. Yeah, I'm going to Europe. I'm like, duh. Yes. You should be going to Europe.
I definitely want to go to Europe for sure. I want to film with legal porno so badly.
So how was AVN for you this year?
It was actually really great for me. Last year, unfortunately, it tends to happen. With some of us performers, we pop for something where we just can't film anything, and that was a bit of a bummer. But I just got to network this year. Green lights everywhere, working just nonstop, morning to night, showing up to the event, walking the floor every day, signing whenever I could. I really love that kind of environment. I just wish that I could kind of pick up more traction so I can go to all the exoticas across the country and just kind of have my fun there as well. But no, I had an incredible blast and an incredible time. And thankfully, maybe it's because I'm not young and careless and reckless with my body and health.
Yeah.
No AVN flu, so I didn't get sick like a lot of my friends did.
It's always it's the avian
small.
flu and the exotica cold.
Yep. Like I am very meticulous about just a few things in my life, and that's working out, eating right, sleeping right, and just supplementing where I can, just to kind of make sure that everything stays how it should.
Now, we about to have a real good conversation here. We might have a real good conversation here because she works out, so she got the fitness look. And I told y'all I want that mama pansexual. Cause when you were doing the picture when you were posing, I said, "Oh my gosh, please don't tell me she about to be a fitness." This is not. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can think what you want. I'm 50.
I'm honestly
I don't care.
There's a part of me that the next bit of money that I can come into, I want to rent out my wrestling ring in space for my old school, just to kind of do a couple of good photo shoots and a couple of solos there. I might need to really disinfect the ring because I used to work there, and I know that those fuckers never really clean that shit.
Oh no, they never could. They bleed on that motherfucker. Be a blood spot from 2004. Did y'all not think the scrub? but this is what I wanted to come to. With fitness models, the ones that do the best in point are the ones that have the softer feminine look. With you, like I said, you went through your transformation to where, once again, she already had a soft feminine look. Now it's like
more defined.
Man, she look like money right now.
I mean, it's still PG if I like just there we go.
Yeah. Subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room to see her episode and the future episode that'll be coming, because then y'all get to see tits too.
I won't turn around this way so we can avoid any problems with any standards and rules that we might have there, so I don't break them.
Yeah, because we don't need YouTube to. Even I don't give a fuck about YouTube. Spotify, cool.
Oh, no,
but for you, have you noticed more attention, especially with companies booking and so forth?
What was that? If I've noticed the attention?
Like a difference, like with your transformation career? Because I know from AVN, once people start seeing you,
Well,
things
not
start
only
moving.
that, it's kind of where, and this is kind of the same for all of porn, but I feel like in trans porn, they want to see if you last a little bit longer. This is my 4th year, going on 5th in December, and all of the big names in this industry have met me a few times. They know me and they know my girlfriend, which means the world to me when that happens.
Mhm.
Um, and they know that I'm not going anywhere. They kind of know that that it's been said you're a lifer at this point. You're gonna be in on it, and they're right. I fucking love this, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera or both. But I I think that they see that I'm not just gonna be some tourist, for lack of a better word, or a weekend
Mhm.
warrior that's just only be doing this for shits and giggles. No, I'm doing this as a career, and I'm loving it, and it's I'm finding myself and refinding my confidence and reinventing myself, which
Mhm.
not a lot of people like. A lot of people love it when you keep the same look for your entire career, but
Mhm.
I don't like that. I want to change it. I want to give people different flavors of me so that they kind of find what they enjoy the most throughout my entire career.
Well, I
And
mean, to be honest
I,
with you, in order to last years, you have to evolve because you have to evolve one with age.
you would think so. You would,
I mean, no, it's even if they don't evolve what they do, they evolve something. You feel what I'm coming from? It's like
yes,
because
either their style, the way that they work.
yeah, because like you know what I'm saying. You have performers that still do the same stick, but they might get younger talent. They might, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, or so forth. You know, you because the game ain't gonna allow you to be able to stay the same.
Oh no, not at all. Like I can't maintain the same young college youthful look. Um, I as good as my genetics might be, eventually it's gonna it's gonna start to show, and you want to gracefully age into the different parts of your career and the different eras of what you can be.
Mhm.
And um, I just always despise the fact that whenever somebody's not 18 anymore, they categorize them as a MILF if they have big tits, and I'm like, hold on, let her earn that title.
Mhm.
Not quite yet,
Right.
but no, I mean you're right. And me personally, I just kind of like the fact that you can actually follow my transition throughout my entire journey. Because when I started this industry, I was
Yeah.
just about maybe a year or two transitioning, and
Mhm.
it's going to be 6 years in July for me at this point, and
Mhm.
you could see that how I've evolved throughout that entire process too.
Now, why is it that, especially on the independent, well, the independent we know because we get to do what the fuck we want to do, but why is it that more women are now open and seeking to shoot transgender porn,
It's
in your
because
opinion?
probably that they're not managed by strict talent
Uh-huh.
agencies and just agencies in general. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was few big names that just really didn't want their big stars working with trans talent. Even to this day, there's still a couple of big names out there that have been doing this for 20 years at this point, give or take, and they just can't take the plunge because they're still signed by insert studio name or management agency there, and
Mhm.
they just don't want that. But a lot of girls are figuring out, one, you don't need them to be successful, and two, this is the industry and this is the world that you can actually capitalize and have fun with that. And they one thing that's kind of been very universal, at least for the top trans talent that I've met, myself included, I like to toss my name in there for sure, is that we're generally easier to work with, where we don't tend to bring as much drama onto the set. We tend to be more helpful when it comes to able to shoot whatever we might
Mhm.
need. And you would think that that's kind of like a small thing to ask, but surprisingly not, because every time that I go to work with anybody else, that's one of the things that always gets brought up. Just like, oh wow, I love working with trans talent because insert professional remark right here that other talent doesn't follow or do. But on top of the fact that we tend to give people, in my opinion, probably the best lesbian fantasy, because we don't need a strap on if we can top, and we could typically perform an incredible scene if we're able to top a cis woman.
Yeah.
Or in the given case that a cis woman wants to be the dominant one, they can use a strap on, and hell, we can do anal better than most of those cis girls can on any given day.
Yeah, because I always wondered this, right? See, I know that, cis women have secret desires. Many of them desire to have gangbang, threesome, fuck their best friend, their husband's best friend. But I also believe that they would like to get it on with a transgender woman.
It's a little bit
Because
more
I heard many
easier.
women say it's the best of both worlds. Do you think that's a true statement?
Yes and no. It depends on the trans woman, because a lot of trans women that I've encountered in this industry are very straight for that matter, meaning that they only
Yeah.
tend to go with men in their personal life. I'm very pansexual, fluidly open, just to
Hmm.
whatever. Hot is hot and fun is fun for me, and I can tend to have every part of my body work with me in that regards, and that's kind of the big limiting factor for a lot of trans girls.
Hmm.
Unless they have Viagra or they're shooting up something to get it to work, they might not necessarily be able to perform as great as they can. But rest
So,
assured, at
yeah,
least the more professional performers.
so Viagra. It's a dumb question for me to ask, but I have to ask it, people. So they do use Viagra and the injection on their side.
So depends. I've been on some situations where I've been on set for 11 hours, and Viagra's not going to work for that long. So after about hour number 6, my dick's just not going to stay hard for the shot. So they'll
Mm.
toss me the syringe of Trimex so that I can get that ready up and going so that we could finish that shoot. But um, you got to do what you got to do to finish that shoot. Otherwise, you don't want to kill the scene and not get it done, and nobody gets paid that day. So, I mean, that's just a matter of getting it done sometimes. I've met quite a few people that have had to do that, whether it's male performers, cis male performers, or trans female performers.
I know Bell
That
performers did it, but see, we never see y'all love my podcast because we have the conversation that other podcasters don't have. We never thought about a transgender performer having to use Viagra or injection or Blue Chew, because I'm an advocate of Blue Chew.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah,
but
give the
see, but
generic
but but
tobacco
but here's the thing
Fauci.
though. When it comes, it's- so it's wait a second. So dog, I find it interesting. So that means when it comes, well, I guess I think when it comes to y'all, when transgender works with a woman, in most cases with the transgender work with a man, would her click come into play?
Depends on the studio, then depends on the scene. By and large, the majority of the time, unless it's very kink based, like, well, kink studios, they tend to like watching trans women top the guy and fuck the guy. In those particular cases, they tend to want to work with specific women that can be dependable and can actually get an erection to fuck a guy, because not a lot of trans women are into that. Some of
Yeah.
them are. I am, depending on the guy. And that just varies. Some of them, even with the injection, they're not going to be able to get that to perform and get that up and
Mm.
going. And you're going to see a lot of movie magic where you're going to see a very semi-soft dick slamming into some guy's ass, or like angles where they don't show the penetration because they can't get it up. There's some movie magic for you there going on. I've never had to do that, but I notice it when I see it in porn. That's for sure.
Okay, I'm not. I'm saying this. I don't want to piss off nobody for me saying this, but life is hard being a dick.
It's very, very. It's unfortunately, in my opinion, it's very underappreciated on the scene having a solid erection and being able to maintain one because the pay rates in the industry are people might not know this or might already know some of it. For the most part, cis male performers don't get paid as much to perform, even though, in my opinion, they have the hardest job on the set,
Yeah.
which is maintaining that erection and fucking at a hard, steady pace and keeping it. And also getting your cum shot out of the way within a reasonable time. Because if we tell you to come, we don't want you jerking off for an hour holding us up. We want you to get that out of the way within about 10 minutes or less so that we can wrap up that scene and move on to the next bit of work. But even then, like those guys don't get the amount of respect that they deserve. That's why those that have
but
been
see,
doing
but
it for
see
a
that
long
the
time.
reason for that is because let's just be real. No one cares about the dick because
I
it's
mean, I
about the
do.
woman.
I actually search. Well, this is probably just because it's me. I search my porn based off of the male performer because I like the way that they fuck. But maybe that's just your educated porn watcher to a certain degree where it's just like I want to watch Mike Adriano and the way that he shoots his porn. I want to watch Dredd and his fucking huge ass dick slamming into a chick, or I want to watch just
but
insert name right
but,
here,
but I'm gonna ask you a question though.
Nerdmaster.
Is it because this I had transgender fans tell me this. They said because I put out some solos. They said no, we want to see you fuck something because we want to imagine you fucking us.
Right, right. No, I've had those requests before where it's like POV and reverse POV,
Yeah,
where they want the camera basically like on somebody, where I would have to basically strap it to my girlfriend's forehead as she's giving me head,
yeah.
so that they they have the perspective of what it's like for somebody to suck my dick or get fucked by me.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting. That's an interesting concept. That's an interesting
It
concept.
is. It was a first one for me for sure.
You
I
know,
wasn't aware of the concept until they explained it to me on a custom video request. But hey, I thought it was pretty hot. I've never necessarily watched myself from that angle, but I guess that's what VR porn's also good for too, which I'm about to hopefully film one at the end of this month. So stay tuned for that, people.
no, it would make sense. It makes sense because she's doing it. You give me attention.
Yep. You got the
That would be kind of
dick
hot.
strapped right to the
Actually, that
forehead
would
right
be.
there.
You can. I'm gonna. You can. I try. I try to duplicate that. Eat some pussy. Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, people might want that because if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the most requested like categories on these sites like Clips for Sale or ManyVids. They want to see the pussy eating.
So now, do which is funny. I have yet to see you train. You train you to do gangbangs, or
I
have they?
fucking
I
love
know
it.
they probably would do them, but do they film any gangbangs film?
Uh, I filmed quite a few myself. You can actually look through my catalog and find like a good two or three where I'm the bottom and getting passed around. My favorite personally, but it is hard to film professionally and with good talent because it's hard to find guys that are okay with being on cam, let alone have a good dick, let alone have a good cum shot, and be able to last at least a good 20 to 30 minutes so that we can get something good on camera. But, or more, I don't mind if it goes longer than that, that's for sure. One of the things that's a lot more easier to film with us, however, is what I call the reverse gangbangs, where
Yeah,
there's one top and multiple bottoms, whether I'm
yeah.
the only one that's going to be fucking the rest of them, or if we have a guy that me and like three other friends share. AJ Fresh is a good performer who does that quite a bit, and I might be working with him in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that too.
I like AJ Fresh. I like
Oh,
him.
I love him.
So that's what I'm saying.
He's
And also I'm starting to see more male talents work with transgenders. And you know what I'm saying? Cause like when I saw Billy, and then of course AJ, and then a couple others, um, is the independent kind of breaking the traditional thought that mainstream, and could it eventually change mainstream in the way
so
that you know what I'm saying?
kind of, but I honestly feel like it's more of the independent side that's breaking it more. But
Yeah,
we do have a lot of people to thank, like Emma Rose, who is unbelievably beautiful and just transcending into other parts of this industry. Like she's shot for Brazzers, as is Aubrey Kate, as his uh, uh, um, Cora
shit.
Del
Tell
Rio, who I
Nicole
believe might be
is
coming
shot with
back.
transgenders. I love it when I
Oh
was
yeah.
on her shit. Oh God, I was like,
But yeah, I mean they've shot with major studios, which helps a lot. But in my opinion, the thing that's actually helped the most for people to actually want that more is just society as a whole. I mean, we
yeah,
have Hunter Schafer being a performer that's on multiple movies and shows. We have a whole bunch of just slew of trans people being the center topic. Unfortunately, for a lot of bad topics, we tend to get scapegoated in there for the enemy, but we're a major talking point where it can't necessarily be ignored. Previously, it was just that secret that you could just sweep under the carpet and just joke
yeah,
about and not worry about until 4 weeks later when they need a boost in the ratings and bring somebody up on Jerry Springer.
yeah. Now y'all search for it. Y'all jerk off to it. Yeah.
But
And
that's
a majority
that's
of
what
you
I'll
are
say.
Republicans.
Oh my God.
I know that
Yeah.
pissed off a lot of y'all. And many of y'all are MAGA.
I mean, uh, I have a large amount of clientele in regards that purchase my videos and request certain things in my videos. One of the bigger requests is, can you jerk off while wearing a Make America Great Again hat? No, I will not. Stop asking me that. Um, but God, do I get that request so much.
See, I keep telling y'all, the most conservative motherfuckers on the planet are some of the freakies. Because they're the most sexually
Very much.
suppressed because
They
they
keep
don't want
me
nobody to
they keep
know
me
they're
from not being
freakies.
homeless. So they at least do a good job when they're a paying customer.
Oh my
Everybody's
goodness.
money's green.
Oh my goodness. So what is 2026 gonna look like for you?
Um, just honestly, lots of hard work and refining my style and finding myself being a lot more better. Um, looking forward to showing off that beach summer body that I've been working hard at for these past couple years. So it's going to be great to actually finally enjoy this kind of summer.
Mm.
Uh, and just getting my work in. I'm honestly looking forward to just being able to travel to just work with people doing some weekend projects. Can't necessarily say with who or just when yet, but I just feel like I'm gonna be coming more into myself this year. And I'm just looking forward for people to see a better version of myself than they've seen before.
Yeah. Yeah, people. There you go. So as y'all can see how she look, can you do the doggy style pose again? So they can see just a snippet. That arch, bro. That arch, which you will see in the place where the conversation gets saucier, the tits pop out, dildos might pop out. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe. And it's inclusive. That's right. I do have transgenders on the show showing titties. I'm talking about nothing in the premium smoke room on Loyal Fans. 4 wonderful podcasts for you do enjoy. Plus, I open up the VIP smoke room. I even do it live on X. Plus, you can see my work as I give ladies the work because Big Dick's growing the sticks over there in my Triple X store. Plus, also on Spotify, I got me a nice subscription base over there as well. So I got Had to Smoke on it, as well as Savage Smoke, as I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers about the industry as we give you that real smoke from a male perspective about the game. You feel me? So wherever it's you need some premium smoke, you had to smoke on it, or you got to get some Savage Smoke and roll it up and hit that thing. Please just subscribe to the smoke and on the premium smoke room. $6.25 for the first month. Trust me. Once you join, we're gonna continue. So, Miss Castles, can you please tell them where they can find you and spend money on your sexy ass?
You heard the man. You know where to follow his show and where to get more of that. For me, you can find me everywhere at Jaymee Castles.com. Again, that's JaymeeCastles.com. And you can find all of my links right there, or just search that name anywhere. And I make it very easy to find me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get up to and what everybody wants to see more of me. So don't be shy.
Yes. And people, I'm gonna bring her on Pro Wrestling Smoke. I'm sorry. We're gonna talk wrestling. There ain't gonna be no porn. Wrestling. I just gotta figure out it's probably gonna be we're gonna do WrestleMania because I want to do a preview and a review with you. So we're gonna do that.
I may not be the best because I've kind of abandoned WWE as a whole, but everything else I'm still fair game. I still love New Japan. I still love CMLL. I still love.
We can talk about all that. We can talk about all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So people, what did you smoke over? What did you learn? What I need you to come away with? Well, first of all, beauty transcends sexuality. Let's make this clear. A beautiful woman is a fucking
people
beautiful
have fun.
woman. You feel me?
Life is short to not have tried everything at least once or twice.
I'm saying, right. So with that being said, even though her side of the game is different from my side of the game, still the same premise. Gotta stay hard, gotta work on camera, them hot ass lights, boom mic, dependability, professionalism. It doesn't matter what side of the game you own, how you move tells whether you're gonna be successful or not. Because
speaking of which, I'm under these hot lights right now.
Yeah, see, the thing about it is that this is a profession. No matter how you cut it, no matter if it's on the gay side, the transgender side, or the straight/cis side, how you move in this game is going to be whether or not you get shoots, you get booked. You know what I'm saying? And two, another reason why I kept bringing up how transgender porn is becoming more popular, being watched, and so forth, because people are starting to open up their minds, and people starting to be open to sexual discovery.
There's also a lot more of us than there's ever been. Even though they might not necessarily last in the industry as long, there's just more of us out there. Every year there's new faces that I meet, and I love it, frankly, because I get to see more people that are open to do this and not necessarily scared to do this, and we're kind of undeniable at this point.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, to you Bible thumpers, I want to leave you with this thought. When you sit here and say, if you're gay, transgender, what have you, you're going to hell, right? Y'all do realize y'all say God made a mistake. Didn't y'all say God don't make mistakes?
Not only that, God's forgiving. Have fun, you know? I'm pretty sure you wore polyester and probably did a couple things in the First Testament that you weren't supposed to do already today. The 7 deadly sins that we all commit every day. Just say, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah. But like I said, once you smoke this over, y'all said the most perfect of perfect, the most omnipotent being in all of universe made a mistake when a person realizes that there are a woman in a man's body, or a man in a woman's body, or he decides that he is in love with men and not women. No.
I mean, hell, it's a bit of an oxymoron because I'm legally a woman in Texas and I'm fucking my girlfriend who's cis. So, yeah, I mean, I
There
don't
you
know
go.
what deity or what God's going to be mad or if Jesus is going to give me a high five for finding the loophole.
It, basically, in a nutshell, this has been here longer than that book that y'all behold to.
Oh, yeah.
That means that whatever God touched and created was made perfect and was supposed to be. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. And I talked about this to somebody. Wearing a mask can be tiring. Wearing a mask can be mentally draining. Wearing a mask can drive you to fucking suicide.
Oh, yeah.
That's the people that are sexually free, sexually known, sexually open, sexually proud, and have
Don't
that
be
I don't give a
afraid.
fuck dream.
Also,
That
nobody really cares at the end of the day anymore. You would think that they do, but the reality of the matter is that they're just envious at this point that they can't necessarily live the freedom that most other people can. Have fun. I've met a lot of my fans that are always afraid to admit that they indulge in my content or it might not be straight. But those that have stuck around and have come out, what's one thing that I see that they have in common? They're happy. Once that's all done, they don't have to worry about it anymore. Just live your life. It is way too short if you have no idea. Life is way too short for you to have regrets.
so. On that note, I'm gonna let the beautiful lady. She said it all. I ain't got to say nothing else. And with that being said, you know how we end these wonderful shows all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, gorgeous.
Love you, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah.